am evaluating David's portion of the roast. David, even though we haven't hung out at lunch, playground with the kids, whatever, I believe you have given ample expressions of the things that I did as a Toastmaster, the different hats that I wore, the different hats that we all wear. Toastmasters has given me that opportunity to share the gardening, the grandkids, the job. It's also given me the opportunity to learn from each and every individual that was in Toastmasters as well. Thank you for sharing the different hats, the many hats that I wore. But in each member of Toastmasters, whether you're tax talkers, easy speakers, we all have those different hats. I do believe there could have been a little bit more emphasis on some of those things, especially when you talk about the grandchildren. Even if you have children and you know how exciting children can be, and I have little grandsons, a little bit more excitement about that. The passion that I brought, that you shared about, yes, I'm a collector, I was a treasurer, I did want people to pay on time. I didn't want them to miss opportunity to not be a member in good standing, in a club in good standing. But that's the commitment that we all make. And you captured that quite well, the commitment portion of being a part of Toastmasters. And I'm glad you did ask Grace about the gardening, the okra, and the mustard and collard greens, and corn, fried corn. So we had some great opportunities in Toastmasters to share personal things about ourselves. Some pretty intense stuff, and then some not. And I'm glad you didn't get to the intense stuff. He did mention I was a great mentor. I believe that's what actually my role in life is, to mentor other people in whatever capacity that they may be in, if there's anything I can do to help them. I'll share this. My son came out one day. I was talking to this little guy, the little guys that come and they sell candy, door to door, whatever. And the young man was kind of with his head down and stuff. And I says, you gotta stand up straight. You gotta hold your head up. You wanna sell this candy, you gotta let people know what you're doing. And my son came out and said, Mom, are you telling this little boy what to do? I said, yeah, because he needs to sell his candy. Did I buy any? No, I gave him money though. I didn't buy the candy because I didn't need it. But being a mentor in Toastmasters or in life or on the job or sharing a smile, that's what I believe my role is. It's not, I'm not better than anybody. My mom told us that. But she says there's nobody better than you. So pretty equal. And I've attempted to live my life like that at work, in Toastmasters, or in church. You said something about I serve a different God, and I'm praying for members to come. But you know what? I really didn't pray for the members. It's like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. My part in that is whoever comes, then I am to share with that person. Make it warm and inviting so that they want to be a part of Easy Speakers or either Toastmasters Club, actually. Because this is where people grow. This is our trading ground right here. And so I have learned a lot. I do wear many hats and will continue to wear many hats. I'll have a grandma hat, a gardener hat. And yes, I still will be doing the church stuff as well. I still get up at 4:30 every morning. So those are those things that are important to me that I will continue to do, but I will definitely miss the people of Toastmasters, some people at FTB, not necessarily FTB, because when I drove in this morning, I'm like, do I really want to go in? But I thank you for sharing your perspective of who you believe me to be. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your perspective of how I, touched your life, because you truly do touch mine. I've learned a lot. There are things I learned in Toastmasters that I wouldn't have learned even if I'd gone to school, because we have a cross division of people with different backgrounds. And it's just so enlightening and enriching to have that. So I will miss you. Some of you I'll see at home shows. Some of you I'll see probably shopping at the mall. Some of you I'll get your phone numbers before I leave, and I will touch bases, but I'm not gonna promise I'll call you on a regular, because I have 2 grandsons. I won't be able to do that. And even in my downtime, I won't be able to do that, so I won't promise. But I will get your numbers, attempt to stay in contact. So with that, no, just a minute. I'm done evaluating David. I do want to thank each of you who thought enough of me to organize this roast. And for those of you who came to share in this with me, because it is important sometimes to go through your days and you think, nobody cares, nobody's listening, and then something like this happens, and it means a lot. Doesn't have to be a big hoopla, but it just means a lot for people who are really sincere in their efforts to show someone that they care. And I want to thank each one of you for doing that.